Welcome back to Bros in a Landfill.
It's monkey time.
We're back here, bitches.
Back 69 once again.
As we do every week.
Oh, I forgot to turn off save states, but oh well.
We're not using them. No edits.
No, but let's play as ruined. We can't finish the stage now. It's over.
Darn.
How can you tell that that they're on?
He remembers.
Rules,
He's
save
got
states. There we go.
Oh. Let it be known that we have integrity and ethics on Bros in a Landfill. Well, I don't know if we have ethics. We say a lot of fucked up shit on this show, but we do have integrity when it comes to Monkey Ball.
But only Monkey Ball.
Yeah, I don't know about most other areas of life.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, your guys' Undertale playthrough is absolutely fucked. I don't know what to say about that.
I feel pretty integritious in that playthrough. I haven't done any murders yet.
Yet.
I'm not. I don't want to. But
Oh, but you
I don't
will.
know. I've been warned that I'll want to kill somebody, but everyone's so delightful and friendly.
I'm just a bit miffed that Tar didn't make Lunch go to the
Oh no!
the initiation of accidentally killing Toriel.
Oh, that would have gotten things off on the wrong foot, I think.
Yeah, we gotta save that for when you
killing
do.
my
We
own
gotta save
mother
that. We gotta save that for the genocide run.
Exactly.
It's gonna hurt all the worse when you, like, have your first experience killing her.
No. For the genocide route, you have to act like you're gonna spare her and then kill her.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god. I didn't realize there was so much freedom.
I don't think
You
I
get
needed-
unique dialogue if you do that.
Yeah. I don't think that's required, but
Oh,
like,
no.
I
But
think
it's accounted for.
Undertale accounts for a lot of things.
Oh yeah, like it's
It's a little crazy.
It's just
it's also a little
it's just
crazy. We're discussing Undertale in 2024.
Look,
I
I'm late to
mean,
the party,
Delta-
okay?
the next Deltarune chapter has to come out at some point.
At some point. How many chapters
See,
of Deltarune are there planned to be again?
Too many.
Okay. Thanks.
I've only played Undertale, the neutral and good ending of the pacifist. I've made my way up to Sans, and I don't know if it's just that I'm bad at gaming, but apparently trying to beat Sans on Switch is a nightmare.
On Switch.
Yeah, I got Undertale on Switch because I'm like that.
Other controls like too different, or?
Yeah, I imagine that if you're using Joy-Cons, that introduces like a couple frames of input lag, which
Well,
that can
I'm not doing.
fuck
I'm
you
actually.
up.
Well, don't worry. I'm using the control pad buttons. Like
Pro controller
there's
or
no-
wired controller?
The controller where you slot things into the sides. I just imagine I'm playing it like handheld.
But you don't have a wired connection to your console, do you?
Oh yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah.
No, it's that would be
wireless.
your problem.
So you're playing
Yeah,
it on
and
hard
that-
mode.
Yeah. Is it? Do you guys know if like when you have it when you have the controllers docked, is that truly still wireless or is it closer to the wired connection?
I think if you have them plugged into the console, but the console is not plugged into the dock, then then that would be kind of like a wired connection.
Yeah, but I don't know if it's like because like there's no like wires there, so it's still like sending the data. I don't know how that connection is set up, but no, I can because one of the there's a point like in the back like fourth of the Sans fight where you have to have like precision timing to jump, and and it's
Spoilers for Lunchbillion, by the way.
look he's not gonna remember. He doesn't watch his own podcast. He
That's
doesn't
true,
remember the
actually.
episodes.
Yeah, I've never once remembered something that's happened on our show. But also, like, the fact that you have to fight Sans is like one of the most iconic things about the game. Like, I know barely
That
anything
is
about
true.
Undertale, but I know about which is crazy because it's like a fucking the hardest thing that you have to do at the end of like a kind of a secret route.
Well,
like it's weird that that's like the thing that everyone knows. Like how many people have actually beaten Sans?
Me, multiple times.
Well, yeah, well you're a
also
fucking legend.
But think of all the people who've watched YouTubers beat Sans.
Right.
But I think I think the fact of the matter is like first Sans is just a very beloved character, and the way that he slots into the genocide route is very entertaining if you like meta stories. But
Okay, goodbye.
Like there's a lot to like there, but like, oh my god, that Sans fight is the actual fight itself. I'd say first phase is tough but fair. Back phase is just there to fuck you up. Like his whole final attack is like just basically there to like ruin your run the first few times you play it.
A bit like
The
you'd have to
entire
memorize
Sans
it.
fight is there to ruin your run if you don't have experience with it.
Yeah, no, it's one of those fights that like from a meta narrative standpoint, how difficult it is brilliant, but like from an actual like it falls into that category of purposefully not fun, which is
I think it's fun.
I think the first
You're a monkey ball ROM hack player.
No, I think
You enjoy being tortured for hours on end.
Thing every morning.
I think the first half of it is very fun. Don't get me wrong. But like whenever you get into like, I mean you're a monkey ball. Okay, yeah, fuck that shit. Like that fight's fucking made for you. It's like you inch your way through like a bullshit like 10-minute thing, and then you get to the end of it, and it's just like, oh nope, I'm just gonna throw death at you, and you can't stop it, unless if you know like one frame perfect time to. Like the fight is very visually cool, especially on the back end, but holy shit.
I mean, I've had some
especially-
difficult experiences trying like, and I haven't even fought anybody.
Yeah.
So I'm a little intimidated, but maybe by the time I get to Genocide Run, I'll be a god gamer.
It's kind of fucked because in some ways the Genocide Run is the easier game to play.
Except for two very specific points, and Sans is the second one of them.
Yeah. Like the first really hard fight is still like
The first really hard fight is still completely fair 100% of the time.
But also that fight is also still very hard in Pacifist Run 2. Like it's just made more difficult, and like it's an upgraded, more difficult version of the Pacifist Run's fight. But with the Sans fight, it's just like there to just ruin your day. And I probably wouldn't be complaining so much if I did use wired and I didn't have to input delay, because there are segments right at the end where you pretty much need split second. To the point of split second, there is a workaround for that. Like so, like the game registers inputs if they're already down on the first correct frame. So you can put in a certain input and hold it down.
Yeah,
and
you
don't have to push it in. You can buffer it, but because of the input delay on the Switch, buffering doesn't help.
Oh.
And I'm guessing it's probably just with like when it checks if the buttons are down. Because like I'd say it's unreliable. So I don't know if it has to do with like whatever frames per second it's doing the checks on. But like sometimes it will work as expected, other times it won't. And it tells me that like it's checking them on a cycle, not like as. I mean, that's how like a lot of like games work. It does its checks based off of frame cycles.
Well, if you ever beat this boss fight on the Switch, then like I'll have no choice but to bow down to you as like an extremely high-level, prestigious gamer.
I will give it a shot again if you're able to beat it on PC.
Right. Okay. Because then like
I
you
can
don't want to be a
imagine-
step behind me.
Well, no, I mean just like, I guess yeah. But it's also one of those things that like. You will have your own handicap, which is recording for the show. Recording anything on the show, recording in gaming is like.
Oh, I'm terrified of anything remotely difficult in the game that like I will fail on camera. Especially because it's like a beloved
that's why people
game.
watch the Sans fight.
Right,
Well,
right.
that's why some people watch the Sans fight, is to watch people fail and to watch people go, what the heck was that?
Okay.
But like it's also like it's a whole different calculation when you're doing reporting, because like, well, one, you have to be entertaining still. Like you can't just like be like, I'm gonna shut my mouth off and just focus in. And on top of that, it's like then you're aware of how long you're recording for.
Well, I think
It's like
I'm generally pretty good at making my anguish entertaining.
I'm glad. You're very very good at that. But like, I think there's gonna come like when something like that difficult, there's gonna be a point when you're recording. Like in Tar is entertaining like as is, but like with Monkey Ball and some of these hard stages, we've been here, like we've sat here for like hours making no progress. And then like Tar's like, oh, I don't want to upload a video where I'm just failing.
Yeah, it's
So
a
then-
struggle.
Right, because people don't watch Monkey Ball for that, I don't think.
Yeah, people watch Monkey Ball for hot tech.
Or like to
But, like,
watch
here's
someone excel at something really hard.
Yeah, but like it's like, do we want to do like 100 episodes of Lunch trying to beat Sans?
Yeah, there you go. Like one episode of
True.
Lunch trying to beat Sans would probably be cool, and then if I find a way to take over, I can take over from there, because again, I know the fight like the back of my hand.
Oh, if you could like parsec onto my fucking PC and
No,
then
but think of the
record
input. Think of the input. Think of the input lag.
that. Yeah, I wonder what that would be like.
It'd almost be better for just like Tar to just play up to that point and take over on his computer.
I don't
Yeah.
have Undertale on the laptop that I record on.
Well, that sounds like a you
That's
problem.
my
Get your
other
capture
laptop
card.
that I have the game on.
Capture card off your
Fuck.
other laptop.
What? Okay.
Like you've got HDMI input on that laptop. I've capture card off the laptop. I mean, when we're doing the base turnabout, I hooked up my capture card to my desktop and fed that into my laptop.
I really appreciate the idea of like calling in my fucking big brother to defeat Sans. Like,
Hey, you could pay for Tar to get a ticket to fly out to New Zealand and play for you.
wow. I wonder how expensive that would be.
Very.
I'm just, dude. Like, imagine like we pay for this expensive ticket, and he comes here, and like instead of like sightseeing or like going to any of the beautiful beaches or walks or something, he just like spends the entire time like in my room, fucking battling Sans to the death, and then he just gets back on the plane and leaves.
Okay, here's what
It's
we
like, have
do.
you been to New Zealand?
we
Yes.
we release the episode of
Oh, no.
Lunch failing, and then we attach a GoFundMe to fund Tar flying out to New Zealand.
That's fucking awesome.
Except that would involve Lunchbillion remembering that we proposed this.
You'll be like, hey,
No,
like
no,
we're
it's
fully
not gonna
funded,
work.
and I'm like, what's funded?
No, what's going to happen is you're going to get to the Sans fight and be like, whoa, I didn't know you could fight Sans. This is crazy.
Yeah, straight up.
Or you're going to be like, oh, look, this goofy skeleton. This is going to be easy.
Well, look, I think, I mean, the Sans fight is a long-term memory. I think I have no short-term memory. I've heard about Sans like prior to the Let's Play. If I forget about the Sans fight at all, like, check me into a
GG.
doctor. Yeah.
Nope.
Man, Tar and get up today.
No, I'm not.
He had some good runs, but now he's just like he's in that like that mind refresh, like just fail a bit at the start phase.
Yeah.
But at least
Low
like
point
needs-
right now.
people are here for our extremely late takes on Undertale.
Yes.
Exactly.
Well, look, isn't it, like kind of evergreen? Like I'm sure like it's one of the most ravenous fan bases to ever exist, and one of the most like insanely like
Oh, that's
skilled and
true.
passionate, and
We
like
are kind of poking a hornet's nest, aren't we?
yeah. So I mean, I think they're always going to be interested in this kind of thing, and possibly harshly interested. Though at the very least, like I think Undertale's great. and I've had literally no criticisms of it so far. So I
Yeah,
don't
my-
think
oh,
anyone can
no!
come from my head.
My biggest criticism of Undertale is that I would have beaten
Trybien,
Sans
choose your
if I
next
play-
words very carefully.
Yeah,
Is that I would have beaten Sans if I actually decided to continue playing through it 10 years ago or so, like on my desktop, so I'd have an actual like laptop, actually have like a keyboard wired setup.
Someone out there must be able to give you a PC save for like right before Sans.
Yeah, but that ruins like all the fun meta stuff that you don't understand or haven't seen yet.
It is funny the way people talk about these games because like right now I'm just playing the game in a very like simple, enjoyable way, but it's like my flatmate Jen like knows a lot more about these games. I was like,
Well,
I was like, hey, is Deltarune like a sequel to Undertale? And she responded as if it was like fucking like theoretical physics or something. I was like,
No,
well, that depends on how you
that's
define thing. I'm like, oh, I mean, okay.
That sounds about right. It's just like, look, like I have no interest in playing Deltarune currently, because I have way too much shit to play.
Yeah.
Also, like, I feel like I'd want all of Deltarune to be done and released before I started playing it. I do not do well with playing those types of things bulk chunked. over a period of time.
Exactly. I want to wait until Deltarune's all out before I start playing it.
But like what I will say is that, like, presuming the future I do beat Sans, I do want to run through and do another pacifist run again, because it's just one of those games that like makes you think about games differently, or at least the game that you're playing differently. It's actually like
okay.
like I don't want to go into spoilers for another game, but like there's another very like sort of like meta sort of game that kind of deals with similar themes, of like similar meta themes of what a game is. And
Is it the
like,
Stanley
Undertale-
Parable?
no, Stanley Parable is like meta in this. Like when I'm saying meta, I'm not talking about a game that like, because like Undertale is like meta to an extent, but like it's it's still like narratively like its own story, where like Stanley Parable is just kind of just pure meta goofiness.
Yeah, it's like winking directly at the audience, you know, and be like, check this is meta as fuck, right?
Where like it doesn't like the Stanley Parable like doesn't make you think about, like, I guess with Undertale and this other game, like you're kind of meant to play the game before you think about it being a game. Where with Stanley Parable, it's just meta from the beginning.
Yeah. No.
Like imagine like
Undertale
when
has
like,
like hidden depth. Although at this point, like, it's extremely well known how like that aspect of
yeah.
it.
Like imagine like when Undertale came out, like, and playing it without knowing there's a pacifist and genocide run, and then
Yeah.
like, and also like the different like dialogue that like really takes into account your choices throughout the game, like who you spare, who you don't, etc. Like really creating a lot of replay value, and then putting those secret routes like into the game. It's not begging you to think of it as a video game first. I guess like it's not begging you to think of it as something you were playing. Rather, just like its own thing first. Like, oh, it's a story about this kid that gets sent to the underground where there's monsters, like this Alice in Wonderland sort of setup. And then like as the game unravels, it's like so much more, and it's like commentary on like JRPGs or like those like turn-based RPG games.
Well, I mean, it seems like the whole pacifist versus genocide versus normal route seems to be like a commentary on how like in games like you're kind of just given a task and it's like
Yeah.
just do what you're told, or like this is just like you just accept the framing that the story gives you.
Yeah, exactly.
And so
No,
it's like,
exactly.
It's like what if games weren't like that?
And that's like sort of like as opposed to like games that like have like alignment systems in there. It's like with games with like alignment systems or like actual like branching paths, like those are games that are really about like giving you choice throughout, like, and you define your own task, but like not like engaging in the game as a way of like thinking about the task you're given. But no, like Undertale, like in that way, like where you're questioning the task you were given. Like there's another game that came out a few years. I don't know if it was like a few years or like half a decade earlier that basically did the same themes of like questioning the path you were given. I mean, and there's probably other games like that
Well,
too.
it's interesting because like I mean, at one point like a JRPG was a completely new concept here, right? But over time, you kind of understand the rhythms of like the language of games, like this kind of story or whatever. And you start really looking at it and like there's a level of engagement that's sort of automatic. Like, okay, I get this, right? And life is like that, like you get used to seeing certain ideas or certain social dynamics or whatever, and you're like, okay, well, I guess I'll just skip the entire critical thought process of this because these are the only tracks I can see. So I don't know, it's just neat. I don't really have a greater point than that.
Yeah, I mean I think that's something that like media has played around with, like throughout history, like meta analysis and reconstructions of deconstructions and reconstructions of media and what we take for granted in certain genres. But I think there's something like a little bit extra special when it's done through the context of it being a game. So like there's a lot of video games out there and a lot of stories out there that make you that make you question what you were doing the entire time.
Yeah.
However, a lot of those games, like they're like those lessons are taught through the story and the narrative. So it's the character learning that at the same time that you're learning it.
Yeah.
So there's like so it's not really like the game making you question your actions as a gamer. It's a game making you question the actions of the character you're playing, which is a bit different than something like Undertale that just gives you the option to like be a full pacifist or be a full genocide, and like
right, because like you're probably thinking like a good example of what you're talking about might be like Spec Ops: The Line, where it's like
that's one of the games I was
you're thinking
of.
like, oh, am I supposed to be doing this? But it's not like you mechanically have another option. Although I guess in that point the text is like, well, you could stop playing the game. Well, Undertale lets you pick another path within the game itself.
Well, I'd say like even like more so than that. Like I do agree like that's one way, but I think I'm talking more from the perspective of like it directly talking to the player, sidestepping the character. Because like I don't want to just like I think the fact that it gives you the options is good for that narration, but like because of the way the game's structured, Fritz the character never learns that lesson. Like Fritz the character doesn't really learn.
Who?
Like I think is that the character's name? What's the main character's true name? I thought it was Fritz.
Trybien.
Look, okay, I'm sorry, Undertale. Like, what's the main character's name? Real name?
Trybien.
Hang on, what did we call our character again?
We called our character Biscuit.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the true name of our character is Biscuit.
Okay, Biscuit. So like,
just
case,
keep in mind, like I genuinely don't have much knowledge of Undertale, like even through osmosis.
So it's like Biscuit as a character
doesn't
really learn these lessons of what's like right or wrong. Biscuit is merely a mechanism for you to experience the story through.
Yeah, Biscuit's literally just like a little guy.
like,
look at him. Or it? Like, so what is that thing?
So like I would say that like an example, like I don't think there's a good movie I can exactly think of, but like if we're just talking about like a straight narrative movie, it would be a movie that makes you question what it means to be a passive observer towards bad things happening. But like the main character doesn't necessarily learn that, but it'd be like making you feel bad for watching these bad things happening.
Yeah.
Without the main character learning that these bad things are happening.
Okay, made it. Okay.
Right, it's like the difference between like the audience coming to a
that's
conclusion,
unfortunate.
and that sucks.
Damn.
And the kind of player avatar coming to that conclusion.
Yeah, because I think when the player avatar comes to the conclusion, that's like I feel like that kind of almost removes the meta element from it. In a way, so like there's a layer of, I guess by making it narratively meta, you take away like some of the meta-ness. Like it blurs the line there.
Well, I think like a cool example of like a meta story in a game would be Metal Gear Solid 2. And I think that game does an interesting job of like making the character's journey like I mean, part of the entire premise of that game or is that like you kind of want to play Metal Gear Solid again, but like instead you have this new character who's kind of lame in comparison. He's like not as cool as Snake, and like over time like he kind of stops trying to be like Snake, and like
oh damn, that sucks. I was like intensely watching that.
You were invested.
Yeah.
I think the way Raiden in that game I guess changes his destiny kind of outside of like what the player is most likely primed to want is an interesting example. Where, like you get the meta. Sorry.
It's like I haven't played MGS2. I haven't played any of Metal Gear Solid. Like I've heard things about 2, particular, and it's like it really feels like one of those like real predecessors to, like, I don't want to say just like game. I feel like that's like something that's like where you really start getting to like the mainstream meta commentary about games, like, or like media. Because like I mean meta analysis stuff has always sort of existed within games, but like it's not really like in the mainstream that I can necessarily think of.
Yeah, no, it was a massive swing for like a big, extremely popular game to do. And it is quite heady, and I think like a lot of people didn't get it at the time, and fair enough.
I mean, but like if any game series was going to get away with it, it was going to be Metal Gear Solid, because like that is like the premier like what the fuck.
Well, even the thing is like it's one thing for like the plot itself to be like twisty and what the fuck, but then like I don't know, I think 2 is more twisty in like in that meta avant-garde kind of way. Like
that's the one with, is that the one with Psycho Mantis in it?
Psycho Mantis is in the first one.
Okay, so they were already getting a little bit meta with that, but like
yeah,
I guess 2 takes
I don't know, it's
it
difficult to explain like Metal Gear Solid 2's like meta-ness without like having a general familiarity with the series and explaining a whole bunch of shit.
Yeah. I just know that I need to play Metal Gear Solid Rising, Revengeance.
Yo, I got
that
gifted to me on Steam recently. I'm like, shit.
That's dope. I could actually probably run that on my current computer, but like I just haven't been like PC gaming.
I gotta slice some bastards up.
Yeah, you know what the sad thing is? Like, I know it's not gonna happen, but my brain's gone full sunk cost fallacy. Like, man, I really want to just wait for like an HD remake of Metal Gear Solid Rising Revengeance, because I know like it's like once I buy it and play it, that's when they're gonna announce it.
Yeah,
no,
I don't know.
No. Okay, I'm early on the cycle. This is bad. This is bad. This is bad.
Oh fuck.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't like. I guess they're currently making the MGS3 remake, right?
You could attach a heart rate monitor to me right now.
Then we would call an ambulance.
You've been getting up there much more consistently.
That was the second time I've done it this episode.
Exactly, more consistently per episode.
I hate you.
And you were saying Lunch.
Oh, I have no idea what I was saying. It's already gone.
Oh, it was just about like remaking MGS3.
Oh yeah, they're working on an MGS3 remake. I feel like a Rising remake wouldn't be for a while. I also like. I wonder how it works like legally, since like, I mean, would Platinum have to be involved? I'm not sure.
Oh, that's a good point. I mean, I'm sure if like, I guess with Kamiya gone from Platinum, I wouldn't put it past them just trying to get an easy buck out of a popular game.
Yeah, I mean, Kamiya's gone and so's Kojima, so
yeah.
like
it's like though then again that makes that's one of those things like you're like oh my god, like
Oh, I'm
would they
tilted.
screw it up?
I feel it. I feel
If
the
they-
tilt.
Yep, if they remade it, would they just screw it up?
I mean,
Like,
I think a remaster or a remake or reimagine that really captures the soul of the original is a difficult balance to do, and like if you don't have like the key creatives involved anymore, extra tricky. How long is an episode of our show again?
it should be done. Like, Tar should be beating the stage soon, I think.
Hopefully.
Within the next 10 minutes, I presume.
All right, I place my trust and my faith.
Oh yeah, no, this was planned.
Oh,
like,
don't do
Tar
that.
knows he can't.
Don't do that.
Tar
I'm
knows
gonna
he-
let you down.
Tar
I will
knows he
make
can't
you
beat the.
hurt even.
Johnny Cash
Tar
was
knows he
like
can't beat the
envisioning
stage.
this when he wrote that.
He knows he can't beat the stage too early, otherwise would run out of content.
That's true.
So he's just been like cruising, giving us some near misses just to boost the excitement.
It's crazy. Like, did
'Cause we're having
you
a good
know that
conversation.
that Johnny Cash like played Monkey Ball ROM hacks? Like that's why
Now
he
that's-
covered that song. I just remember.
Now
that
that's
he
what I
didn't write
call. That's what I call cash money.
Ooh, no.
I like that you committed
Oh.
like it took 3 attempts to get to that line because I kept interrupting you and it was worth it.
God, that's like, that is just evil. Like, the fact that like
Zona.
like I feel like any other Monkey Ball creator would have just put the gold there.
No, you
Like,
gotta
at the end of
stay
that
on top of that cylinder at the very end of the other cylinder.
Yeah. I actually thought the goal was just on the cylinder.
Nope.
Until it wasn't.
Nope, you gotta stay on top of it.
That is cruel and unusual punishment. Like, I am floored. I am upset. I am not pleased.
Oh,
Like,
I'm
I've
going
been having
early.
some- Look, like I've
All
definitely
right,
been having
all
a
right.
couple.
Made it back.
I've been having a couple of weeks. I could really use a monkey W right now.
I
Look, I just
sure
need
am
one hit.
trying.
Look, Lunge is in his new location. He's settling down. He needs a monkey W.
Straight up.
Well,
like-
I'm working on it.
and you know what? It's
Hold
really
your
hot
horses.
outside. It's we're
Nope,
smack
nope,
dab.
not
No, my W.
The fact that you have to turn around there, like that is scary. I wonder what the pro strats for the stage are.
Do the stage. Literally
Yeah.
just do the stage.
Foster a belief in like some kind of deity. Like, cause like the you get like a pretty good mental buff. Like, it gives you like a plus like 3% to just general willpower. So like most hardcore speedrunners of Monkey Ball would suggest a relationship with Christ.
Great. I looked up EX4 6 Ike Nike knee. And like all I'm getting is Takeshi 6'9".
The uncertainty in that like title read was perfect.
I was thinking like 6'9" or whatever that's pronounced.
I say psych, Nike.
Nice.
Psych Knight, that's pretty good. I actually
Psych Knight.
I actually got given a religious book recently. Well, not given. I was on the street and a guy
Nope.
approached me, gave it to me, and then made me pay for it.
Nope, that didn't
Um,
happen. Sorry.
But I got the Bhagavad Gita, one of the Hindu books. So I'm gonna scroll. I'm gonna scroll. It's a fucking real life physical book. What do I mean scroll? I'm gonna go to a random page, and I'm gonna see if I can find any wisdom for your monkey ball. thing.
Well, I mean, we have to
Hey,
shut
that-
down the episode soon, so better make it quick.
Yep, you got I'm giving you 18 more lives, Tar.
Okay, works for me.
It looks like a good conversation.
As long as the material body exists, one has to meet the demands of the body, namely eating, sleeping, defending, and mating. Well, yeah, you needed to, have you been doing all of those?
I've been doing 3 of those.
The one he's not will surprise you.
Let's,
No, it won't.
Look, Tar,
Damn.
Tar, we know you don't sleep. All you do is play monkey.
Yeah, it's true. He doesn't sleep.
Like, whenever he tries to close his eyes to sleep, he just returns to monkey ball.
It's true.
Like he
I'm in a
closes his
Groundhog
eyes.
Day loop, actually.
Yeah, it's like Tar tucks himself in. He closes his eyes, and then his hands are just clicking, clacking, and then he hears just like the music in the background, and his eyes just scream, like flash open, and he goes, ah! Yeah,
That's what I go like.
as he like falls off the as he falls out of his bench, like he falls out of a stage.
Dude, that scene
Do you
just
think
said, I would watch
your
that movie.
episodes where your brain tricks you into falling right as you're falling asleep are bad?
Yeah.
Lunch, Tar actually like hears the fallout noise.
Fallout. Yeah, straight up.
Like Tar has a crippling fear of like tripping and falling, because like he is cursed to hear that voice whenever he hits the ground.
I actually take trips and falls okay.
Well, great, he ruined the illusion.
Well, come up with a better illusion next time, idiot.
Ooh. Did you have the monkey ball dream again, sweetie? Don't worry about me. Go back to bed under night in birth body pillow. I'm okay.
Wait,
I don't know any of the characters, okay?
what?
To hit this reference.
Batista body pillow?
Oh, wait a minute. What does Batista look like again? Batista.
That's the one that Tar mains.
She's very small.
Yeah,
And she's scary.
that would be a tiny pillow.
She's
That's-
fun size.
she's-
I'm
yeah.
in this little cranny right here. Goodbye.
Let's be real. That would be
Well, you
that would be
are.
a body cushion.
Well, Tar prefers cushions over pillows.
Is this true? I don't know if this is true. Why am
But
I asking
something's
that about
gonna-
myself?
Like, look, he needs something to catch him when he falls.
It is true.
No one asks for a pillow. No one asks for a pillow when they fall. They ask for a cushion.
Yeah. Put a pillow on the ground. About to jump out of the building. I live on the top floor of this apartment complex now, and I've never lived so high up. And when I open the window, it's scary.
Wow.
It's like, oh, hello, ground. Fuck.
I've lived like the highest up I've been on was on the top floor, which was the third floor, which was still pretty high. But
What's not?
I live on
God, I
the top
could-
floor, which is a second floor.
Oh,
damn,
what a skyscraper.
Yep.
yeah, like Lunch, how's carrying up the groceries for you?
Oh, it's not. Carrying anything up the stairs is not the best. Dude, fucking moving in is such a pain in the ass. But at
I
least the
feel
supermarket is very close. It's a very short walk to the supermarket. I'm in an incredibly convenient area. I need to shut up before I dox myself.
Damn. You should just like put a fire pole outside of your window and just slide down there and go to the
Oh my
supermarket.
god!
What the fuck?
That was sad.
I disagree with that collision, but thank you.
Yeah, fire pole.
I also live very close to a gym. Not that that has led me to going into it very often, but I could at any time.
Hey, look, just walking down the stairs to the gym is more than enough of an exercise.
Yeah, it's time to go home. Fuck, more stairs. Dude, that's a workout.
Man, you
Whoa.
gotta like make just like
Oh.
a pulley system outside your window to just like lift yourself up, and that's like your upper core strength training for the day.
I need to stop I'm too complacent. I have to get big muscles. What are we doing?
Same here, honestly.
Well,
I need
Imagine.
to draw. I need to work my artistic muscles.
Dude, I would love to see you drawing again, man.
Lunch, why are you not free climbing up your building?
All right, look, I said I want muscles. I don't want to die.
That was actually my
Oh,
New
boy,
Year's
was that-
resolution.
Not. Do you have
Finish
muscles?
up
To not
all
die?
of my art work in progresses.
Yo, I like your art. I miss it. For real.
Wow, that was.
Anyways, this is the last attempt.
Okay, so this is the
Goodbye,
monkey
this is
W.
Ah, the pre-Rosa level!
Monkey W!
Can you imagine me like trying to climb up to the top floor of my apartment and then slipping down and like fucking dying? And it's just like Fallout. Like.
Super Monkey Ball launch!